Warning, this video may contain spoilers for late parts in the game. If you plan on playing this at some point, turn back now. You have been warned. Here we are with another top 5 bosses, and for the first Sly Cooper, I do have to say I like these bosses quite a lot. If you haven't played the game, there are only 5 bosses and no mini bosses, so there won't be any honorable mentions. So without any further ado, let's dive into the list. Panda King. This is my least favorite boss, as even though they're all fairly easy, this is the easiest with my most unlikable tactic of just hit them until they die. Yeah, it follows what I said in the review about it taking a second to get the hit, but all you really do is just dodge the fire that he throws at you while getting close enough to initiate combat and whack him before he throws you back, and you repeat the process. It is a fun fight though, even though there isn't much to it, but not really up to par with the rest of the bosses. Mugshot. This is where the bosses start to get good on this list. The best part about this fight is that you don't actually outright attack this musclehead and opt for an interesting tactic. The arena has a plethora of mirrors that can be flipped. Flipping them all causes a beam to hit Mugshot and destroy his weapons. There are 3 stages of this, all the while he shoots at you with his guns. Remember, this is a one-hit instant death game, and without any lucky horseshoes for added extra hits, this becomes a real challenge because he shoots fast. The number of mirrors increases in the second stage, with the final stage needing to jump from cover of a mirror, and if you aren't quick enough, the shots can actually turn the mirrors back around, forcing you to reflip the mirror. A fun, albeit stressful fight. Raleigh. I really only placed this fight above Mugshot for nostalgia, and like I always say in these lists, I love introductory bosses, and this one definitely shows you that these fights usually won't be as simple as it seems. He immediately jumps at you with a puffed up form, and you have no idea what to do, but your usual gut instinct for an enemy jumping at you is to get away, and that's exactly what you have to do. Get away. And wait for the boss to deflate with a sound cue. The reason I mention the sound cue is because right when you hear that, you have to hurry and hit the boss, because he only stays in his weakened form for a couple seconds before jumping at you again. Then throughout the fight, the lily pads that you've been safely jumping on begin to disappear, leaving only one to dodge his ground pounding attacks. Just a really great introductory boss. Clockwork. Yeah, this might be at the top of a lot of lists due to how epic the fight is, which, don't get me wrong, I totally agree with it being awesome, but I just like the boss coming up next a smidge more. Nevertheless, being given a jetpack to fly around and shoot the boss down is always a pleasure, especially with the second wave upping the difficulty, with needing to place yourself in the safety of exploding circles. Then with the final phase to actually run over to this giant mechanical owl who had orchestrated everything and straight destroy its face is a really nice touch. I don't know why, but I remember this fight being a lot harder when I was a kid, especially the circle part, and I can't put my finger on why. Either way, it's still a solid final boss. Ms. Ruby. Oh man, this is a great fight, without it really being that much of a fight. I don't think I've mentioned it on this channel, but I loved Guitar Hero and Rock Band back when I was playing this game, so this fight was right at home for me. High reaction time to a Simon Says of pressing square, triangle, or circle, getting faster or slower to really get you to pay attention, and again, one mess up and you'll have to start the entire fight over again. Eventually you do Simon Says enough to get a hit in, which feels great and incredibly earned, especially in the last section, which mixes up how fast or slow it goes, needing you to really focus and pay attention. I always loved this fight when I was a kid, and I actually got through the entire fight without losing when I was an adult, so I'm really happy I still retained some of the information in my brain about this game that I had when I was a kid. I was so happy to find that I liked the bosses in this game despite realizing that there are a good couple problems with the game, and I like that at least a good amount of the reasons I remember liking this game held true. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next video.